A small team of bloggers went into the forest, not realizing that this night would become a real threat to their lives. In late 2023, in Belgium, a YouTuber named Siaz and two of his friends decided to explore an abandoned campsite. Siaz had been there before. On December 29th, they arrived at the edge of the forest and stepped out of the car. Almost immediately, a loud dog bark echoed from deep within the woods. At the entrance to the trail, a fallen tree blocked the path. Carved into the trunk was a message asking visitors to respect the private area. Nearby was another warning sign: beware. According to Siaz, these signs were not there during his previous visit. Despite this, they climbed over the trunk and continued into the forest. After some time, in the silence, a creaking sound was heard, similar to a door slowly opening. There were no buildings nearby, making the source of the sound unclear.
Ja, hoor je het? Die deur, die wint niet. Ik hoor zo...
Nee, dat was een beest.
Zeker?
Ja.
Oh,
Nee.
Wat is dat?
Dat was een deur.
Dat is een deur, hè?
Hallo?
Ik kan de wind ook gaan, ja.
Waarschijnlijk,
Oh. Ik
maak ik op voetstap.
Ik hoor van alles hier. Dit is zo fucking eng. Oh. Maat.
Hallo? Mogen wij hier binnenkomen? Of nog wachten.
Dit is zo creepy, maat. Dit is zo creepy, what the fuck?
Realizing they might be trespassing on private property, they tried to find another route and turned onto a neighboring trail, hoping to avoid restricted land. Soon, they encountered another barrier, a large tree wrapped in red and white tape. A sign next to it read, "No entry, private property under video surveillance." Curiosity proved stronger. They crossed the barrier and continued deeper into the dark forest, determined to finish filming. And suddenly, something happened that they were completely unprepared for.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh. Dat is toch niet mijn auto of zo, hè? Hallo? 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 What the fuck? What the fuck? Hey!
As they stopped to adjust the lighting, a woman dressed in white stepped out of the darkness. She was holding an axe. She moved quickly and directly toward them. The distance between them closed within seconds. She did not respond to their shouting and did not slow down. Panic began. Later, the woman, whose behavior appeared disturbingly unnatural, was detained by police.
Hier blijven. Je gaat hier blijven.
Ofwel moet ik mee met mijn vader, ofwel moet ik hier blijven. Ja, goed. Ik mag niet luisteren naar mij.
Nee, ik ga niet luisteren. Hé! Beetje respect hebben voor de tegen, ja?
Dat is geen respect hebben voor mij. Nee, dat gaan we niet.
Mevrouw?
Nee, dat gaan we niet doen. Dat gaan we niet doen.
Nee! Hé, gedaan. Nu is het gedaan, ja? Pak je land.
The friends left the forest in a state of shock. The drive home was silent. Later, they admitted that only after some time did they fully understand how dangerous the situation had been. No one was physically harmed, but the incident became a traumatic experience. The memory of that night and the woman in white holding an axe still remains with them. Since then, they admit, not every abandoned place is worth exploring. In the next video, A man named Nick shared disturbing footage on his TikTok page from the house where he lives with his grandmother and takes care of her. According to him, she suffers from Alzheimer's disease, which sometimes causes her to stand motionless, staring at a single point, as if she's watching something that isn't really there. But this night felt different. While she stood there in silence, something happened that Nick still cannot explain. The camera captures a strange and unsettling moment that is difficult to dismiss as a coincidence. Watch closely. An object suddenly falls from the top of the refrigerator. There's no visible movement nearby. It simply drops. At that exact moment, the dog begins to growl, as if reacting to something that cannot be seen on camera. According to Nick, that was the moment he truly became uneasy. But things get even stranger when he shows what exactly fell.
Alright, so this is in response to last night. My grandma loves to collect little figurines. One of my grandma's little angels fell off the fridge last night.
If this small figurine was placed deep on top of the refrigerator, how could it have fallen on its own? Nick has no explanation. However, after watching the footage multiple times, he notices something even more unsettling.
Honestly, I'm a bit in disbelief, but no, I'm pretty sure it's just a plug-in charger. I brought my girlfriend Claire here so she can help demonstrate. But can you try to step in front of that? So it just does that. Move away. So that comment says that the Roomba doesn't do that unless someone's in front of it. My question is, like, why was he doing it last night? It is kind of creepy with a smiley face and everything.
Rewatching the footage, Nick notices another strange detail. The Roomba begins moving back and forth, as if something invisible is blocking its path. There is nothing visible in the frame, yet its behavior appears unusual and abrupt. Nick has no clear explanation. He only suggests that the device may have reacted to something in the room. And one night, while he was watching TV alone, something even more disturbing happened.
So, I was watching my show, and after last night, I'm definitely not leaving these lights on. But I was watching my show, and there's nothing there.
The robot is nowhere to be seen at that moment, making the dog's behavior impossible to explain. Both dogs suddenly freeze and stare intensely at a single point. According to Nick, there is nothing there. The fact that they are looking directly toward the kitchen makes the situation even more unsettling. Nick recalls that his grandfather, who passed away last year, once claimed he had seen Nick's grandmother standing in the kitchen at night, in complete darkness. However, it later turned out that no one had actually been there, and that's not the only reason Nick feels uneasy about that area of the house. Later that same night, after recording the previous video, another incident occurs. After moving the dogs into another room, he begins recording again. This time because the sound of the ice maker suddenly unsettled him. But during the recording, something else happens. Watch closely.
Whoa. Whoa. Yo. Oh, that's cool. Jesus!
Suddenly, the Roomba, which had been calmly moving across the living room, flips over. There are no obstacles in its path. It appears to rotate nearly 180 degrees on its own, as if something unseen interfered with it. Frightened, Nick stops recording and uploads the video online. Viewers begin noticing details he missed. The vacuum was moving in an unusually straight pattern, which is not typical for that model. It also failed to stop at the edge of the stairs, something it had always done before. If the earlier incidents could be dismissed as coincidence, this moment completely unsettled Nick. Since then, nothing else unusual has happened, but no clear explanation has ever been found. What do you think about this? Share your thoughts. Back in 2016, a popular Mexican hip-hop group released a music video that eventually gained tens of millions of views. However, over time, attentive viewers began noticing a strange detail at the very beginning of the video. The singer is sitting inside a car. At first, the scene appears completely normal, but if you look closely, for a brief moment, something appears in the frame that shouldn't be there. And that single moment is what continues to spark debate to this day. Watch carefully. At one point, a transparent figure resembling a person appears in front of the car. It's visible only for a brief moment before vanishing completely, as if it was never there. The production crew later stated that no one was standing in front of the vehicle during filming. According to them, there were no actors, no passers-by, and no visual effects involved. So what was it really? A trick of the light, editing, or something else entirely? In San Diego stands the historic Hotel del Coronado, which opened in 1888. Over the decades, the location has gained a reputation as one of the most haunted hotels in the United States. Guests and staff have repeatedly reported strange activity, flickering lights, electronics turning on by themselves, and objects falling from shelves without explanation. That's where Josh and Crystal decide to conduct their own nighttime investigation. During the recording, they notice movement inside one of the side rooms and quickly turn the camera toward it. They fail to capture the movement itself, but the camera still records a moment that turns out to be even more disturbing.
It's okay. I can see you. Come to me. Are you a little boy? It's okay. Come here. It's okay. I don't know if my eyes are playing tricks on me, but it looks like it's going like back and forth. Is she moving? Is she moving? It's okay.
No.
It's
Come
okay.
back. Come back.
Where?
No, you come back. Go straight. Look straight. Towards me. No. Turn towards me like you were earlier. Put your back towards me. Like you were earlier. Put your back towards me.
As Crystal speaks to what she believes is the spirit of a young boy connected to the room, the camera captures something unusual. For a brief moment, a dark shape, resembling a small child, appears behind her, moving quickly across the space before disappearing. Did Josh and Crystal capture genuine evidence of something supernatural inside Hotel del Coronado? What do you think? In this video, a young boy falls asleep on the living room couch after staying up late watching TV by himself. His father, Oscar Nunez, didn't even realize his son was out of his room at the time. According to the family, he occasionally sneaks out to watch television while everyone else is asleep. But the night of December 1st, 2019, turned out to be different. Not long before this incident, the family had already experienced something strange. One evening, they returned home to find dozens of flies gathered around the outside of the house. Oddly enough, the trash bin right next to the home was completely empty. They were never able to explain it. And now, as the boy lies asleep on the couch, the camera captures a moment the family believes may be connected to that earlier incident. Later, when the father decides to review the security footage, he notices something disturbing. At exactly 3 a.m., a motionless figure appears in the dark hallway. No one in the house is awake at that time. The silhouette simply stands there, Without moving, seconds later, the boy opens his eyes and sees it. His reaction is immediate. He jumps up from the couch and runs into another room. Almost instantly after that, the figure disappears. The hallway is empty again. According to Oscar, this moment became the most frightening of all. Whether it is connected to the recent fly incident remains unknown, but whatever is happening inside their home has yet to be explained. A security camera inside a small local bakery captures what seems like a normal Halloween scene. Children are lined up patiently, waiting to receive candy from the shop's baker. Everyone steps forward one by one, except for one boy. He stands a few feet away from the group, not focused on the candy at all. Instead, he appears to be staring at something in front of him. At the very beginning of the footage, the boy can be heard quietly saying something, as if trying to point something out. He then raises his hand and points toward empty space, and immediately after that, something happens on camera that many still can't explain. Watch closely. At one point, the boy suddenly stops, as if he has run into something invisible. He freezes in place, still staring ahead. Then his body reacts abruptly. His head snaps back, as though he has been pushed. That moment sparked intense debate online. Many viewers believe the movement looks like a forceful shove, especially since just seconds earlier, he had pointed at something and said, "Look." So what really happened? A simple stumble? Or something else? The more you watch the clip, the harder it becomes to explain. In the end, what explanation would you give? In the following video, a woman named Rosanna shares disturbing footage from inside her home. According to her, strange events began taking place in the apartment. She says she sees things she cannot explain and hears terrifying noises at night that make it impossible to rest. Rosanna decided to document what was happening. Let's watch.
Demain, sous l'abri du Très-Haut, repose à l'abri du Tout-Puissant. Je dis à l'Éternel, mon refuge et ma forteresse, mon Dieu en qui je me confie. Car c'est lui qui te délivre du péril de la peste. Was it's
But it didn't end there. Rosanna also spoke about an elderly woman who had recently moved into the apartment below hers. According to her, the neighbor would stare at her intensely every time they met, never breaking eye contact. Rosanna believed she was simply odd, but harmless, until that night when this happened.
Je n'en peux plus. Bon allez, j'appelle les flics. 4 heures du matin. T'arrives. Elle est dans le noir. Elle est dans le noir. Je vais péter un câble. Je vais péter un câble.
Based on the footage, her neighbor was standing at the door, but it's her gaze that appears unnaturally dark. After this, many began to speculate that the elderly woman might somehow be connected to the strange events happening inside Rosanna's home. So what was she really after? Share your thoughts. Ollie McDaniel, from Raleigh, North Carolina, was heading back from a fishing trip when he heard a strange noise coming from a nearby public restroom. At first, he assumed it might be some kind of animal inside. He pulls out his phone and slowly approaches the door to record what's happening. But within seconds, it becomes clear the sound isn't coming from an animal.
Yo, what the f-
What the? Bro. There's nobody in here. Yo!
A desperate woman's scream for help can be heard from inside the public restroom. Ollie goes inside. It's empty. No one there. No explanation. He uploads the video to TikTok. Some viewers say it's a spirit. Others mention a skinwalker. So what was it? Share your thoughts in the comments. Built in 1917, the Santa Maria Inn has long been considered one of California's most mysterious hotels. For decades, guests and staff have reported strange occurrences: footsteps in empty hallways, voices with no source, and doors that open or close on their own. During their stay, Martha and her husband are walking down a hallway with their border collie, Oreo. That's when the dog suddenly begins to behave in a very unusual way.
Oreo's freaking out, guys. There's somebody sitting. He doesn't want to go by it. It's alright, come on. Come on. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Oreo suddenly freezes in front of a bench in the hallway. A second later, he jumps back, growls, and refuses to go anywhere near it. He keeps staring at the bench as if something is there, but the creepiest part comes later. When they replay the footage, a strange sound can be heard in the background. Listen carefully.
Did you hear that?
Only later does it become clear that something else was captured in the footage. At the exact moment Oreo runs away from the bench, a faint whisper can be heard in the quiet hallway. The voice seems to repeat, "Come back."
It's alright, come on. Come on.
The video was recorded 6 years ago, but Martha says she only discovered the strange sound recently and now believes her dog reacted to something real. What explanation would you give for this? In the following video, an overnight caregiver named Mrs. Tennyson shares a disturbing experience from her client's home. She says the elderly woman has been having full conversations in her sleep, as if speaking to someone unseen. One night, after hearing unusual noises coming from the bedroom, Mrs. Tennyson decides to closely monitor the security camera. The house is silent. She's alone, and that's when she notices something difficult to explain on the screen.
Every night I'm at work, I be thinking I'm tripping. But you gotta watch this video, y'all. You see that move under the bed? Like I know for a fact it's close to my client's house. I be seeing, you see it keep moving like right there under the bed? It's moving back and forth. You see it? It's ghost in my client's house. Look under her bed. It'll come out and go back. Now she in bed asleep. She ain't moved an ounce. But do you see how it keep coming out, going back in? This is no joke.
In the footage, clear movement can be seen on the floor, right beside the bed. There are no pets in the house, and no obvious explanation for what's happening. After the video was posted, viewers began offering their own theories. Some suggested it could be the presence of a deceased pet. Others pointed out that the woman's husband had passed away, raising the question, could it have been him? If this truly was something beyond explanation, then who or what appeared in that room that night? What is your opinion on this?